So obviously it's been a bit since our last play session.
Yep.
You've been practicing on your own, or have you get to play much, or?
Yeah, pretty good amount. I actually found a guy who's like pretty close to my skill level. He's like a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
but we played for a good few hours this weekend.
Nice. How'd the games go against him? Back and forth, I imagine.
Yeah, it was like one stock his favor by the end of the session.
Gotcha. Well, that lined up pretty well with what you were saying, where he's like slightly above your skill level.
Yeah.
Were you able to do some of the stuff we talked about last time, kind of being cognizant of when you need to stop mashing or start playing defensive and things like that, like keeping track of it better?
Yeah, he mains DK, so that's a very
Like,
like a pretty important thing for me too.
gotcha. That's good. I'm really surprised my down smash didn't hit you there. So,
Second hit,
yeah, I think the probably just a misstep on expecting or on like the spacing, so you hit the ground a bit earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty modest warm up game. Didn't seem too one-sided, which I think is good. Um, I think once we get into the groove of things, it'll be easier to kind of pinpoint out some of the stuff, see if how much better you've gotten at kind of calling yourself out on certain habits, or maybe getting into autopilot or mashing when you shouldn't, and things like that.
Yeah.
Three, two, one, go!
The other side again.
Shouldn't have been out there hitting that.
Oh, he picked me.
That's a really good empty hop.
Oh, that was a really
that was
unfortunate lag spike.
the like softest stage spike.
Yeah. And then like, oh yeah, the lag kind of caught me right there.
Yeah, yeah, that was Wi-Fi not making that any easier. Yeah, I do want to apologize if it's lagging a little bit. As of late, at least on my end, my internet's been a little shoddy for some reason, and I'm not totally sure how to get it fixed all the way because my ISP is making it difficult.
Oh, I only got the yellow.
Yeah, I spaced it, and since you turned it around, I think you probably would have hit me had you been facing me, but I think you might have also been hit by the down smash because you would have been in a little bit more. I mean, I could be wrong. You might have only hit me, but I think by going out there, it unfortunately didn't scoop me up, and then I was able to punish you. Yeah, I'm liking some of the application. I feel like you're using a bit more of your moves. That first stock was really good too. You kind of hit me up, juggle me, use the platform, and then maybe poke through with an up tilt or an up air or something like that, and just keep me disadvantaged without overcommitting a ton. Pretty good empty hops as well, trying to get grabs.
I think that's like kind of one of the most important parts of this matchup, honestly, is your disadvantage.
Yeah.
Especially off stage. I think that's really something I need to.
Yeah, if you can make that work in your favor a lot more, it's super good for you. Just because I'm so vulnerable there, and you already hit really hard.
Yeah.
Excuse me, so you can make those hits count quite a bit better.
Oh.
No. I'm not dead. I'm not gonna complain.
Oh. Oh, I'm just fucking, yeah.
Yeah, that'll kill you. 190 doesn't need to be a blue. Oh my god, I literally always guess wrong on how long that reaches. I really should just commit to recognizing how far it is.
Oh shit, nice.
Better.
Oh, I passed one.
So that
Yeah, that's not. Well,
sorry.
the in between. The in between.
Yeah, that off stage kill, that second stock, was a good example of like against competent players, even, you know, Olimar especially, because he's got such a strong recovery. Ones who have like some flexibility off stage, you gotta be careful. Like, if I miss this, what are they gonna do? I down aired you. You probably could have jumped away and tried to recover. I think you had your jump. You might not have. Maybe you should have just up bead. But like, if you kind of let me do that, the good players are going to look out for a moment where you kind of let your guard down because you're winning or something like that, or you think you're safe. And I've won so many sets like that between, you know, multiple Smash games where I'm off stage and someone's like, "Oh, I'm fine," and I'm like, "No, you're not. You just fell right into where I wanted. You know, you didn't kill me, so now I get to do what I want to you." So being not necessarily like hesitant or scared, but I guess prepared for stuff like that to happen off stage so that you're at least ready to react to what happens if you can, is important.
I was watching T play against Shuton and DeBuzz
Mm-hmm.
when we were playing Olimar, and he just like walks under purple side B all the time.
Yeah. I mean, you can if you're gonna jump and do it. Like if I do a grounded side, but you're not gonna be able to walk past it.
Yeah.
It can work. They Shuton and DeBuzz tend to be a bit more reserved with their side B compared to me, I feel. So that's probably why, and they're pretty tame with their purples. But yeah, if you can kind of catch on to how I'm throwing them, there's definitely like you can most definitely dodge them. Wow. Just would not hit the wall there.
I thought I was gonna have to take that time. But... We carried the bomb back.
Yeah. They pick up stuff all the time.
That's funny. Really did that. What's your jab on shield, by the way?
If jab 2 is -8 or 9 depending on the sweet. If I hit the sour spot.
So that's not weird.
No. Olimar's not that safe. You have to like jump through some hoops to get really safe. Or hit like very specific things.
Yeah.
Good attempt. Just didn't
It's
detect.
hard on one time, yeah.
You said, I mean, compared to last time, at least you're getting a bit better at least hitting the bombs. So that's an improvement. I know you said sometimes the direction and stuff that you're facing can mess you up. So getting just even more consistent, that's good.
It's a little buggy, but or not buggy. It's a little weird, but if you double jump, it makes it pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
Then you burn your double jump. So
yeah, it's one of those things you have to kind of gauge in the moment. I think to touch down on the thing you said about watching Shuton and DeBuzz, I haven't seen a set between T and them in a while, but I imagine T does a lot of trying to abuse like the specific things that Link has that's very good. You know, obviously neutral air and stuff like that.
We did a lot of forward air too.
A lot of forward
Just,
air.
like beat out the range.
Yeah, it's big range. It's gonna hit like wherever Olimar is because your sword's so big and Olimar's like tall enough to where you can fall with it. I don't know the safeness of it off the top of my head, but I would assume it's pretty safe. And since you have things like neutral air or something after or a B, we kind of have to respect being around you to some degree.
Yeah, and then also whenever they threw purple at him off stage, he just nared the purple, which I thought was really
Yeah,
smart.
I mean, if you can like spare the neutral air, definitely go for it because that's just gonna clank with it, and then you're not gonna worry about dying. Now, I can definitely hit you if I'm really smart about it, like if I go for your head or something like that. But if not, then I'm gonna have to follow up if I want to punish. Like I'll have to come out there with like a side beam to a fair or something.
Yeah. Oh wow. That.
expected.
He did some other just good Link stuff, but that's not like.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely like the master of his character, so he's probably got quite a few tricks up his sleeve. Oh, I did not think that was going to hit me. Yeah. Should have gone low. That was good, though. That was a solid game. I think you were using Lilat well. Like, you were able to fall on, even with the slant, you were able to fall on top of me with those forward airs. And since it's so wide, like, it covers so much space, it's just going to hit. It can kill really well. Pretty good use of your aerials as well, using that nair just to kind of wall me out when I was at the ledge. So, like, yeah, I'd throw a purple and you just nair. Or I'd get a nair, and it's just going to win. And sticking to those basic tools, as long as they work really good, and then when they stop working is when you got to go like, okay, now how do I mix it up or things like that. But, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it definitely applies to things in this game, and it's why a lot of characters can get away with really simple stuff like 90% of the time. Oops.
What happened to purple there?
Wish I knew. They don't work. That's definitely a replay that I'm saving. Gotta pull that one up later, because that was. I don't actually know why they did that or why it did that. Oh, I couldn't that. But yeah, they do that a lot. Like little random.
Like
I'm just not gonna work anymore.
Yeah, he just decided he was gonna throw himself off the stage.
There's a thing where if I up smash near a ledge, like right at the ledge of the stage or something like that, when the Pikmin bounces off your shield to hit you, or sometimes even if it doesn't bounce, if I just up smash and hit something, it will fall off the stage and be stuck in its falling animation for the up smash, and I lose it. I can't even whistle it back.
What?
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Oh my god. You did it. You got the kill, and that's the important thing.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I didn't think you'd just keep going.
Yeah, he's got a lot of. He's kind of like how like a character like DK can use his giant punch charge to be reversed in the air. Olimar's kind of like that, where I can throw purple Pikmin while I'm drifting a certain way, but I'll throw it the opposite way, put my back towards you, and then there's like, you know, it's not a ton of lag, and I don't even have to burn a jump or anything. It's just I do it that way. I have its animation, but since I do it while I'm moving, you know, it doesn't affect my movement at all.
Oh.
Just a hair to catch you with that one. But yeah, no, that bear was another example of like, you know, off stage you're like, all right, I got hit, and I'm like, all right, let's keep going. You know, like I'm going to keep you. If you're gonna give me the ability to punish you, I'll do it, right? And that is not every player will do that, not every character will do that, but just when you're off stage, when your opponent's around you, you need to kind of be in that fight or flight mode so that you're ready to handle these things.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, I wanted it.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that one. It's a legend invincibility should hit me just fine.
That was supposed to be up B.
Yeah, it's getting a little choppy here, unfortunately. Wow, I tried to whistle that, but I didn't come out. I could air dodge, though.
I think my fair beats whistle too.
Well, since the first hit didn't hit me, the second hit would have, and I can whistle that, no problem. I can whistle any move that's not KO punch or grab.
Yeah, I was just thinking in the context of like
Both
you're
hits.
getting hit by two.
I mean, even then, in theory, I probably could whistle both hits if I whistle if I get hit by the late hit of your pair. I think it should be able
Is
to.
it,
Should
how
be
many
able.
frames is whistle?
It's 2 through 7, so it's about 6 frames. And then sometimes like hit lag and stuff can extend it in really weird cases. Like I can whistle the entirety of a Palo Explosive Flame.
Whoa! It's great.
I'm gonna save this replay again as well because I just noticed something weird with the purple. I just want to have that so I can check it out later.
What do you do?
I probably just missed it dying, but I recovered to the ledge and I had it, and then when I got off the ledge I didn't. And it probably ended up falling out of my line or dying and I didn't see it, but I just want to go back and double check. You never know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. Short boys. Honestly though, I'm liking a lot how you're able to, how do I put it? You're navigating your advantage pretty well, I think, or at least like the ledge game. And when I'm above, you're doing that pretty well. The neutral is not too bad. There's definitely times where I'm opening you up, but I think that's just kind of to be expected that I'm gonna adapt you in a lot of these cases, or I'll do it faster on average. And that's gonna let me get in. So I think working on that. You know, there's some times where you'll let me beat up on your shield a little bit freely. Like, I'll see you tilt your shield up, so I know the up B is at least a thought in your mind, but you don't go for it because you recognize, like, oh, it probably won't work here. But I think maybe doing a nair to shield or a bear to shield, like you've hit me with before, just being a bit more proactive on stopping me is good. And then if you can do that, then you've already got, like, a solid-ish advantage state right now. You could probably push your interactions more in your favor, so you're not having to play catch-up as often. Like, the game before this on PS2 or whatever, you were doing really good, and then the game we just did on FD, it wasn't bad, but you were playing catch up a lot of the back half of the game because I just got such an early lead and was able to punish you really well.
Yeah, I've started trying to like tilt my shield up sometimes to like bait, but like you usually don't like there's nothing you're gonna do different.
Yeah, it's not gonna. If anything, I'm just gonna be safer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you DI for up throw?
Yeah.
That explains it.
Well, that was lucky.
Oh my god. Guess I just need to DI constantly out on the boomerang in the way. Prepare me. Yeah, cut it.
Yeah, I don't think that's true like all the way until.
Yeah, I DI'd that at one in just because I didn't react appropriately to the boomerang. I just knew that I was going to get hit by something. So I was like, don't want to die.
If you have two blues, is it like even stronger?
No, no. The only Pikmin that mattered is the first in line. However, if I have like 2 or 3 Pikmin compared to the one, it'll add like 1% for each Pikmin, but it doesn't matter what the other colors are. So if I have like a blue and 2 reds, and then a blue, or like 3 blues, as long as I'm grabbing with that blue in the front, it's usually the same as long as I have 3 Pikmin. It's so rough to down there on FD like that because you're going in, so I can't reach you. So that's definitely something I need to be more cognizant of. But that was really good. You saw that I was just kind of getting antsy with my kills, so you just kept running around, jumping around, you know, avoiding the blue, and that's the important thing. Hitting me when I tried to run in, and that's what you do. You just rinse, repeat. If you got to play lame like that or not engage, that's fine. Like let your opponent come to you when you have that lead.
Yeah, definitely feels like that's the best option. Because Olimar is just kind
Yeah.
of sit.
Yeah, when you force him to stop being able to play his game, that's when he's in, you know, that's when you're in a really good spot. If he can kind of pick and choose when he interacts and how you have to respond to his things, that's when it gets really hard.
I need to stop thinking of Boomerang as an option to beat purple because it just doesn't beat it.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are, like, the thing about purple side B is that it actually is, the hitbox on it's smaller than the hurtbox. Sorry, the hurtbox on it is smaller than the hitbox. So you can actually hit the purple without it clanking that move, but on average, like, yeah, I'm just going to beat your boomerang.
Yeah, it's just use an air instead because a lot of times I'm close in. Hoping you'd air it up. Yes, you ought to do that if you're all.
I wonder if the tilt, I'm surprised I didn't double hit there, but it might have been the tilted shield. Could be wrong. Might have just not spaced it appropriately.
Is the hitbox pretty big for the second?
The down smash, I mean, it's on both sides, so generally, though, I try to run on top of you so that your shield overlaps and hits it. But it, like, hits a little bit into Olimar for each Pikmin. But it's definitely not, like, huge with purples. Yellow's a bit generous, though.
That was up. It didn't matter though, either way. Yeah. Oh wow, I made it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not recovering from that one. So, what do you feel? Obviously, stated a bit different there, and I was using the platform to try and assist myself. But do you feel you noticed anything distinctly different from that game compared to the last one? Where obviously, I think you two stocked me the game before that on FD, high percent, and I two stocked you there. Like, I want to hear your thoughts, and then I'm gonna tell you what my thought process was going in.
I think, well, one, my bomb was stuck on the top platform for like almost the whole stock.
Okay.
That was the thing. And then you kind of just like, I didn't do as good of a job like aggressing on you, if that makes sense. I feel like you were better at staying away. And then you hit me with purple side D a lot more as well.
Yeah, I was going for a lot more of my like, I'll bait and punish. I'll get close to you, threaten something, and then come back and then wait, as opposed to trying to brute force my way in, play a little bit more defensive, make you play my game. And talking about what I was going off what I was talking about the last game or whatever, I was like, you need to make Olimar not play his game, right? So I started playing my game, and you didn't have like an effective strategy to beat that. There's when you need to do that, that's when you have to start, working your way in and getting me out of my comfort zone, and then going, okay, I'll boomerang here, and then I'll nair, I'll do whatever, I'll kill a pick, and then I'll slowly get in. Because if not, then you get into that spot where, well, I do just that, and then you don't get to like decide when we interact or how you punish, because I'm not near you nearly as much.
Hey, so there's like a frame where I can punish neutral get up, right? Like if I time it right?
Yes, you can definitely punish neutral get up if you time it right. Unfortunate that lingering hitbox ruined my punish. So
I was jumping too much.
Yeah, well, I think what happened was, you noticed as the game got progressively, as it went on, you were kind of like, okay, the lead is widening, right? I'm going to have to approach, I'm going to have to kill him, and kind of what I was doing on that FD game, where I was just like chasing with blues, I was trying to grab you, you just kept denying me because you knew what I wanted to do. And in that game, as the stocks went on, I was like, I know exactly what you want to do. I was able to keep my two purples, like I was in heaven essentially. There was nothing that I was worried about. I had a read on what you're going to do, and that's when you have to go, all right, well, maybe I need to slow down and reevaluate these singular interactions where I'm losing, and that's something that you might just have to pull into the next game, right? Like, you can't win every game, so you instead go, well, how can I take this game and then maybe try and pull some useful information from it for the next one, so that I don't lose that next one, because this one's already kind of, like, not necessarily giving up, but recognizing that there's other information you can pull from this, except that isn't directly tied to that game.
I'm really surprised I grabbed it.
No, you're good. And for what I would have recommended, like, if I was your coach there, I would have been like, okay, well, you need to kill purples, obviously, so you need to, like, try and time your nairs a bit more specifically to his purples when he's swinging, things like that. You need to, maybe mix up boomerang or throw a bomb in a way that's going to force a response out of him, and then try and get in there. Take your time, don't rush things. Maybe wait till there's a platform formation that you like from Town and Steady, something like that, so that you're not giving him just like these free openings. You can't just run in like that, because you were kind of sticking to the same timings, or you would swing at a certain time. Like, I knew when you wanted the fair when we were close and things like that, and stuff like that. Oh my god, stuff like that. Just you need to watch just as much as your opponent is on like how they're paying attention to the little idiosyncratic like aspects of your gameplay, the timings and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
and that's most important when you're losing, because that's when it's not working and you have to find a replacement for it.
Yeah, I can.
Oh my god, snap back.
Oh. Yeah. Damn. That-
No!
Whoa,
that
what?
that air dodge was so buffered. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I threw it!
Alright, so that game was like a mix of the last few, right? Where you started out really strong, you got your kill, you were kind of making it hard, and then what happened there? I started thinking about it, I was like, okay. One, I was like, I'm spending a little too much time talking. Let me try and focus on the game a little bit more. But also, I was able to get my 2 purples, right? And that is a
Yeah,
big turning
that's
point
really
for
the
me.
main one.
And
So-
it just spirals, right? And I was like, and I remember a distinct moment, I believe it was the second stock, where you started naring. You like nared, I think, when I threw a purple or something, even for a down tilt, and I fared you or something, or I bared you. And to me, I was like, okay, I know exactly what he's going to do. I don't know necessarily exactly how he's going to swing. I can react to that, but I know it's going to be nair into something, right? So I'll wait right outside the range until I can kind of figure out what you're going for, and then I'll come in and punish. And you down tilt that I jumped over and I hit you. And that's me distinctly going, this is how he's going to respond to my buttons. I've got, you know, I'm in control now. I've got my purples, which already gives me like a boost, essentially, like a Joker or Sin or something. And I know exactly what you want to do, so I'm going to exploit that. I'm going to put you in a scenario that I've been in a million times. And since I'm the one who's calling the shots, I'm the one who's more, I guess, cognizant of it, because it seemed like you were kind of just in the motions there. I was able to capitalize and punish that. It's no different than when, like, the Fox player nairs on your shield and always jabs, right? Like, if you know that, you exploit it.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do. You have to go, okay, he's got 2 purples. Yes, I want to kill them, but I can't just swing. You know, where's he at relative to me? Is he across the map? Cool, then I'll kill the purple. Is he right outside my sword range? Don't swing. I'm going to die.
3, 2, 1, go!
And then as the game went on, it's like I could tell that you were aware that you're like, okay, this isn't good. He's starting to, you know, tear me a new one or whatever with the purples. Like, I got to stop letting him do that. Like, I got a little greedy when you fared me with at the ledge and it almost killed me. It's like, okay, we need to pull back just a little bit. I can't get too antsy, you know, for one reason or another. I'm not going to be able to as consistently punish him at the ledge as I would like, so we got to find something else different.
Yeah, there's a certain like spot in most games where I have a lead where I think like, okay, he's gonna go change something up and he's gonna start winning. But I don't like, I don't know, I'm having a hard time like figuring out exactly what I can do in response. I guess camping is the biggest.
It can, yeah. I mean, it's hard for Olimar because I can, when I get my purples, that changes the dynamic of the match a lot. But even if you recognize that, you can go, okay, the game's about to get a lot harder. I'm about to have to deal with something that I don't necessarily have the best option for right now. But how can I punish it? You know, you might take a little bit of a beating from them, but you know, I'll mess up eventually, or you can make enough consecutive outplays to where then it can turn to your favor.
I really need to get better at timing when neutral get up, because
Yeah, it can help a lot.
I do that a lot. I need to just not try to punish when you go low.
Yeah, it can be a little tough. Like, you know, it's fine to just maybe sit at the ledge and, you know, try and ledge trap me there. It's something that you have to change in the moment. You can't always stick to the one game plan. Oh, you're greedy. That's nice. Or if you do want to go down there, maybe just do like a drop down from ledge and air. Just occupy that space like how Wolf does, right? You have that huge sex kick that can mix it up. You don't always need to go for like something super greedy like a deeper aerial.
That good Olimar shield. Oh. I don't think I have time to shield.
No, that was just an unfortunate timing for you. Yeah, the drop zone like nairs, kind of like or around the ledge where you do a rising one can be really good if I'm stuck into up B and I have to grab the ledge. You can just kind of keep poking me out with that. Wolves are super good at doing that. It's very obnoxious. It's fine to stay on the ledge and maybe like ledge trap. You don't always need to go deep. And just try and exploit the areas where you do feel in control. Wi-Fi is such a brutal thing that you can't react all the time. Whereas if you're all on stage and you go for something and you mess up, it's not the end of the world. You off stage and you fuck up, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, that was really good. We keep having these like stutters in the connection at the worst time.
Yeah, I'll start like hitting you. You'll miss one tech and then you take 90 because it's like, oh yeah, let's let the internet just mess up real quick. Yeah, that's fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but there, I think, did you just lose a stock because?
Yep. It'll like drop your input in like the frame you need it to come out, and you're like, all right, guess I'll die.
Yeah. I just didn't push the button.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
That's interesting. I can blow it up when your Pikmin are holding it.
Yeah, because they're not actually grabbing it. They're kind of like, it's like loosely carrying it. And that's why I don't get ownership of items when I do it like a banana peel or something like that. It honestly does more harm than good most of the time.
Well, against anything but bomb, I could see it being good. But...
You'd be surprised. Pulling grenades back to me, not good.
Oh, yeah, right?
Pulling a banana peel that's going to trip me half the time, not good.
Oh, it still has the trip hitbox.
Yeah, pulling a gyro back to me, not good.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
I just figured like, the hitbox would be.
Yeah, no, it is their projectile. It's just being moved by my Pikmin. Yeah, like there are niche instances where it does help, but I would just prefer it not be a thing because it's just nothing worse than when you pull it back to you like a gyro and then the Rob starts comboing you out of it and you're like, what the fuck do I even do?
Yeah, because it wasn't even like your. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't have a choice. I can't turn it on or off. It's like the Pikmin's there. Okay. I'll play around it. That's Olimar though. A lot of those I'll play around it moments. Hopefully we get a stage that's not Yoshi's story.
Nah, I don't think
Okay, that'll work.
it's just shorter Yoshi's. Oh. Oh, that
Feels
was
bad.
lucky.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard when they're all out.
I
It, I, it feels weird because those are the instances where like there's not super obvious counterplay. It's very much moment to moment and pray to God you pick the right option or that I mess up. Like at that instance there, that final moment, I pressured your shield and then I knew you were gonna jump. You know, if you're really savvy, you could go, he's gonna jump and bear, run up smash or something like that, or try it, right? But that's you going out
Yeah.
on a limb there, and that's where you're kind of catching me. But even then, if I would have opted for the more play it safe option, I would have just kept poking you. But I knew that I could just kill you there, so I went for it. But if I just played it safe, you're not punishing anything, and I'm going to punish you for even trying.
Yeah, it just felt like, oh, he got his win condition.
It really is like that in some cases.
You ate my jump.
I should just let die. That was good. Didn't pull your shield up.
Did we what frame is my up B out of shield again? No.
I think it's 8 or 7. 7 or 8. Fast enough to punish most of the things I do.
Jab 2, you think? That's the
Yeah, you could punish jab 2 with it.
that's the Cool, man. I'm really surprised you ended up on that side.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh,
So I'm getting as the session's going on, I feel like your early adaptations that you made are wearing thin. So now you kind of need to find something else out. Like I've got your boomerang rhythm down. I'm not running into the nairs. So now it's on you to go, well, what do I do next? Like obviously you can still use those moves, but you need to recognize where they're failing and go, well, maybe I go in with the nair, right, instead of just stay back, or instead of try and play like reactionary. Now I kind of force him to react to me and things like that, so that you can get your hits in and stop and not have to be guessing as much, because that's kind of what it feels like sometimes, where you're like, I think he's gonna hit me here, and then I don't.
That didn't hit the purple? He should be dead.
Yeah, they're really good at not dying when they're trying to when you think they would. What?
What?
Ooh, that was good. I did not think that was gonna scoop me. Yeah, I'd say should have known, but to be fair, I don't think anyone was gonna know that sequence was gonna work that way. I mean, you're honestly pretty good at dodging, like my desync stuff. You've caught on, you don't kind of jump up there, but that I think was an on-hit desync as you were falling through, so it was kind of just like an unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah.
But I could see you trying to mix up your general timings, play a little bit more aggressive there in the beginning. As I was pointing it out, trying to catch me, and that's good. It's just you're gonna have to find a way, and there's not really like a trick to this that I can tell you. You kind of just have to outpace me in terms of adaptation and thoughts, and have like different levels of game plan that you can apply. Be like, okay, now I defend, now I aggress, now I do this, right? And then it's up to the player to call themselves out so they can be like, all right, now it's time to switch. Now it's time to switch. I have a lead. I don't have a lead, or things like that. And that's something that just like always comes with practice, and you've been getting noticeably better at it. Over the weeks that we've been playing, so that'll just keep coming with time.
Oh, I could have upbeat that.
Yes, you could.
Oh, wow. I really...
I wanted you to get stretchered by that F smash, like in an awkward tech situation, so that worked out perfectly. And that's why you don't roll in.
Well, yeah. That's the moral of the story.
That's why you don't roll in.
Also, don't tech on a platform going towards the blast zone.
No, definitely don't. Or
Just
tech in
avoid it.
place.
I thought I did take it from this.
You
It
did
just put me in that
fantastic in the beginning, and then that sequence happened, you lost your second stock, and then I think it was a mix of us discussing and it also kind of it just sitting in your brain, you're like, oh, that was not a good time. It's rough, because if you missed that tech, you were probably dead.
Yeah.
Tech in place, I don't know if you, I think you tech rolled, I'm not 100% sure. Tech in place, definitely. You teched in place?
I should. Yeah, I should have like short hopped and then ran off the other plat because I did it on the farther away platform.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could have got more distance if I.
Yeah.
If I just ran through them.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate timing and one of the things where you had to probably have picked the perfect option, or else
Yeah.
it was going to end up costing you. This looks like a good place to be the last game, and then we can kind of wrap it up.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
But no, that's definitely something you got to watch out for. Wow. Oh my god, why am I surprised? I mean, it's huge.
Oh. That was it. I saw it. I saw the up air. Oh, you're down air. Does yellow down air beat my up air anyway?
Yes, it does. My yellow down air beats everything.
It wasn't working anyway.
Halo up air, no thanks.
Really?
Yeah. K roll up B, no, I'm alright. Oh, I forgot I can't grab that. What's that sequence?
Oh, I even tried to do the thing.
He did. Unfortunately, it was a little too late, as I was already there. Oh, alright. Interesting. Yeah, I am.
You had yellow! No!
I wanted you to come and do another down air. I was going to try and kill you with a purple.
Oh, I thought you threw purple. A good speed. Not again!
Yeah, those yellow up airs are meaty in terms of hitbox size. They're just crazy big. No, solid session. I definitely feel like, even compared to last time, you know, that was really good. There's been kind of like the give and take of these sessions where I'll start out, you know, I'm kind of dominant, and then maybe by the next session you'll have a couple new tricks you'll try, a general strategy, and then that'll start out, you'll start out maybe fighting off a bit better, and then I kind of readapt. And that's, I mean, what you're going to get with anyone. I'm sure that's how it was when you were playing I believe you said it was a Donkey Kong the other day.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing too. But what I liked about this session especially is even though I was winning majority of the games and all that stuff, you're still doing an alright job of keeping it up. It's just you might start out strong one game after you feel like you figured it out, and then I do some Olimar shit and then you die. Or you make a really choice error, and because I'm so ready to capitalize, it spirals. And that's, you know, that's what kind of makes a lot of top players so crazy, is that they can take the one error you make and kill you. Or they can make it spiral into more errors. But when you're practicing, when you're playing, you really need to be looking at, like, okay, you know, like I was saying, those little single off interactions. If you get into a spot where you feel like it's very insurmountable, or the lead is so large, you have to win every single interaction, whether it be neutral, advantage, or disadvantage, and kind of reset off that. So next time you practice with somebody in the coming week, whether it be that Donkey Kong or someone else, really every time you're losing, I want you to, like, have an idea of what, like, why you're losing. Even if it's like a win condition, even if you're down like 2 stocks, you know, 3 stocks to 1 or something like that, you're about to get 3 stocked. Like, you're messing up somewhere, you need to figure it out. Are you approaching too much because you're frantic? Okay, well then you slow it down. Are you naring at the wrong time? Are you not going deep enough with your neutral airs, right? Are you letting him get away with too much? If it's something Wi-Fi related, you recognize that and you go, okay, I physically cannot punish insert move here on Wi-Fi. It's not happening unless it is a 100% read, because I can't react in time. So what do? You don't try to punish it. You hold shield, you dodge, you whatever, right? You get out of there. But you don't keep doing it and hoping it's going to work, because then you're just giving them free leeway. And I get it. You're going to have those moments where you try it again. That's fine. You have to feel yourself out and get very comfortable, but you need to create these concrete game plans so that no matter what scenario you're in, you have some form of an idea. And unfortunately, you won't always have that. You won't always have that luxury, and that's why you'll lose